thing is working. Trying to see if this thing is working. I don't know. I think it's working. Share screen. No, just making sure I'm going live. I think it's live now. What's going on, y'all? We're back. All right, so you see the title, Bible in the News. We're gonna get right into it. It's a lot to talk about. Try to keep it short and sweet. I think there's been a lot of changes, a lot of updates going on with artificial intelligence. AI, there's been a lot of stuff going on. Elon Musk has been doing a press tour. We see him going on Fox News. He talked to Tucker Carlson before Tucker Carlson got fired. That was Tucker Carlson's last big interview. I think that was a really explosive interview. People should go check that out. He also went on BBC. He's been going on like a press tour, talking to a lot of different people, trying to warn people about the dangers of AI and the race towards mastering this artificial intelligence. I think there's some parallels that we can see in the Bible, so I'm going to bring these things out in today's video, so y'all just bear with me. First of all, the whole purpose... Hey, babe, can you close that door right quick? Yo, hello? Anna, can you close that door? Yeah, so we can see that artificial intelligence is being used. It's supposed to, the purpose of AI is to make our lives easier. The purpose of AI is to make our lives easier. That's why we're creating it. That's why we're racing to master it. Right now, it's like a race between America and China to see who will be the first to create the super useful AI. Now, most innovation is pressed by military. If you think about aviation, if you think about the way tanks were made in World War II, if you think about most innovation, communications, if you think about the space travel, most innovation is pushed by military and soft war. So right now there's a soft war, an economic war. There's a race to utilize AI in a military fashion. So this is where America and China are kind of going at odds. And as soft, it hasn't become a hot war yet. It's still a cold war, but there's tension there nonetheless. We can see this expanding into places like Taiwan over the chips manufacturing. We can see that the technology area for technology is a major concern on the global stage right now. But in so doing, in pushing for AI to conquer and master AI, we are leaving open the possibility for self-destruction. This is one of the things Elon Musk is trying to warn us about. Anyone who's seen that movie, The Terminator, you know, a lot of times these movies that are predicting the future, there's more of a prophetic element to a lot of these movies. It's more truth than fiction. A lot of times movies show a lot more truth than fiction. So before we get into it too much, let me show you one of the uses of this technology, of this AI that we're seeing come about right now, and it's going to be a major concern in the future. Let's see if I can mute my music real quick. 1 second, y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. All right, do that. And then I want to share my screen. Share my screen. Now check this out. Close your eyes and tell me what you think about this song right here.
Came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, the flavor ain't left, she know what she need, all she blessed, giving me my best, yeah. I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. back, what's with that? Ayy, 21, I love him, that my brother, that's my shot. Ayy, Metro made the beat, so you know that it's gon' slap. Ayy, yeah, it's gon' slap. Ayy, tell him, run it back.
Hey, tell me that joint don't slap though. That joint is cranking. You know, you would never know anyone who listens to hip hop. You would think that was Drake, but that's not Drake. This song is artificial intelligence. That's not even a real Drake song. This is a Drake Weekend AI remix. This is artificial intelligence making this music. It sounds like an official Drake song. If you close your eyes, if I didn't tell you that this was artificial intelligence, you would think that it was just a straight Drake song. And that joint hits. Can you imagine the capabilities that are on the way when AI can not only mimic our favorite rappers, but soon enough we have ChatGPT who you can tell them to write a song and it'll write its own song. Sooner rather than later, artists will be obsolete. They can copy your voice, so the label owners, Sony, the label owners will not need artists. They can just use AI, copy your voice, have their AI write the music for them, and replace the artist altogether. This is a billion-dollar industry that is going to be replacing humans. And I'm talking about sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. This is not something of science fiction. This is not in the distant future. This is a billion-dollar industry being changed radically in our lifetime, right before our very eyes. I'm talking about before the end of the decade. I'm talking about in the coming months and years, this billion-dollar industry will totally be reconfigured. Let's hear a little bit more of this. Let's hear a little bit more of this. Check this out.
Talking to a diva, yeah, she on my nerves. She think that I need her, kick her to the curb. All I know is you could've had the world, yeah, you were my world.
Got these girls on my neck, got these girls on my track, like Selena, baby, on my cheetah, baby, yeah. She taking a Lambo for a drive, it's on the fancy door, and she white out the store. I got my heart on my sleeve, with the city on my back, ain't no cap. Say she from Toronto, but can't find it on the map. That's on me, I caught her in the past.
Talking to a diva, yeah, she on my nerves. She think that I need her, kick her to the curb. All I know is you could've had the world, yeah, you were my. I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, ayy. Bumping Justin Bieber, the flavor and left, ayy. She know what she need, or she blessed, ayy. Giving me my best, ayy. Yeah, I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. What's with that, ayy? 21, I love him, that my brother, that's my shot, ayy.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Just the way that it's going to be affecting music in the not too distant future is crazy. It's crazy. And it has implications beyond just music. We can see already with the proliferation of self-driving vehicles. Shout out Elon Musk for making the Tesla. Self-driving vehicles. I think they're creating self-driving. They've already created, but they're soon to release self-driving trucks. Not like the Cybertruck, but like diesel truck. Well, not diesel because it won't be running on diesel, but cargo trucks. Trucks that will be transporting products such as food. The infrastructure of America, the infrastructure of the world is getting ready to change. There's going to be an explosion of technology and a reduction of the workforce. Now, this is going to affect millions, if not billions, of lives in the not too distant future, not too distant at all. Now, I'm going to mix in, like I said, this is Bible in the news, so I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of Bible, a little bit of news, and I'm going to keep it going back and forth, back and forth. So y'all bear with me, y'all rock with me. I'm still trying to tweak and perfect this format. It's a new format with me sharing the screen and me trying to go live on these topics. So y'all bear with me. want to go back and forth, back and forth. Y'all just try to rock with the stream of consciousness. And if you're liking the video, be sure to hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button for me, and leave something in the comments. If you have some constructive criticism, have some suggestions about things I haven't pointed out or something a topic I need to cover, leave it in the comment section. I read all my comments. I try to respond to everybody. So y'all be sure to leave something in the comments and I'll get back to you. But I find this really interesting concerning the need for artificial intelligence to almost it starts off as us using artificial intelligence, and before you know it, it's going to be us competing with artificial intelligence, and then before you know it, artificial intelligence is going to make us obsolete. Now we can see a similar situation with this happening in the Bible when we learn about Adam and Eve. And we learn about the Lord God, not the Most High God, but the Lord God creating Adam. The reason he created Adam was for his benefit. The Lord God had a garden, and the Lord God wanted us humans he wanted us, the descendants of Adam, to garden, to tend his garden, and to name and watch over the animals in his garden. That was our original job. It wasn't until we ate of the fruit of good and evil that humans, the descendants of Adam, gained consciousness. And this is going to be a parallel with artificial intelligence in real life and what we're seeing today. Like they said, there is nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new under the sun. Everything that we're seeing, we've been here before. The creation of planets, it's been here before. But let's stay on topic. Let's cover this chapter as far as the book of Adam, or the creation of Adam and humans' consciousness. All right, this is coming from Genesis chapter 2, verse 4. This is the account of the heavens and earth when they were created. When the Lord God, not the Most High God, but the Lord God, made the earth and the heavens. Now no shrub had yet appeared on the earth, and no plant had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no one to work the ground. Notice that. There was no one to work the ground. Right? So this was our original purpose, was he created us to work the ground. He needed someone to work. Just like right now, we're using artificial intelligence to work, to replace truck drivers, to replace musicians, to replace artists. We were supposed to be working for the Lord God. Now, as far as there not been sent rain, well, we already know that even today, we can manufacture rain by putting certain chemicals in the air which collect clouds. We can manufacture rain today. So this is not something beyond our technological ability today. In 2023, we have the ability to create rain. We have the ability, I think it's over there in Dubai, over there in UAE, they're creating rain and creating rainforests where there was desert. So this is not something beyond our capabilities today. Verse 6, but streams came up from the earth and watered the whole surface of the ground. Then the Lord God formed a man. He didn't create, but he formed a man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. Now the Lord God had planted a garden in the east, in Eden, and there he put the man he had formed, not created, but formed. The Lord God made all kinds of trees grow out of the ground, trees that were pleasing to the eye and good for food. In the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now there are two trees. There's one tree, the tree of life, and the second tree, the knowledge of good and evil. A river watering the garden flowed from Eden. From there it was separated into 4 headwaters. The name of the first is the Pishon. It winds through the entire land of Havilah, where there is gold. The gold of that land is good. Aromatic resin and onyx are also there. The name of the second river is Gihon, the winds of Cush. The name of the third river is Tigris, runs around the east side of Ashur, and the fourth is the Euphrates River. These 4 rivers are very important, especially the Euphrates. I'll get into the importance of the Euphrates in a later video, but this is not to be overlooked. The fact that we have evidence of where in Africa the Garden of Eden was located, and it's between the Euphrates, Cush, Gihon, and the Havala. But these are very important. Not for today's topic, but these rivers are important. All right, verse 15. Getting back on topic. The Lord God took man and put him in the Garden of Eden and work it and take care of it. So this was our purpose. This is why we were made. This is why Adam was made, at least. Adam was made to be a gardener for the Lord God. Something like an artificial intelligence. Because mind you, at this point, he doesn't have the knowledge of good and evil. At this point, he has not eaten the knowledge, which is consciousness. Let me go back. Let me come back and spit my truth here. At this point, when the Lord God takes Adam and puts him into the garden, Adam does not yet have consciousness. He has not yet eaten of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So he has no knowledge. He has no consciousness. He's just an artificial intelligence. This is a man. He was formed just like we form computers, just like we form artificial intelligence through data and coding. We form it. It's not something that was created by the Most High God. It's something that was created by us, right? So we're not creating it out of thin air like God. The Most High God created the heavens and the earth. How? By speaking. He just spoke it and it was so, right? But not us. We don't have this ability to create just by speaking, just out of nothing to create something. No, we don't have this ability. This is only the ability of the Most High God. Our ability is to take what the Most High God has given us, wood, metal, elements, minerals, and we're able to form, just like the Lord God formed Adam, using what? Using something that was already there, using the dust from the ground. He was able to take what was already there and form something new. Whereas us, humans, were able to take from the ground, take the minerals, take the cobalt, take the minerals and the metal, the gold, and we're able to form a computer. We're able to code into this computer data and create and form an artificial intelligence. But this artificial intelligence has not yet eaten of the tree of knowledge. So the artificial intelligence has no consciousness. It has no consciousness yet. Just like we had no consciousness originally until we ate of the garden of the tree of good and evil. Let's get back into the word. And the Lord God commanded man, you are free to eat from any tree of the garden, but you may not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat from it, you will certainly die. All right. Now, why is this important? Why is this important? The Lord God, let me come back for a second. The Lord God was trying to prevent Adam from having the knowledge of good and evil. The Lord God was trying to prevent his form of artificial intelligence, artificial because it was created from dust. He was trying to create his intelligence, the intelligence that he made. He was trying to prevent it from gaining consciousness by telling him, do not eat of the tree of good and evil. Right? That's what he was trying to prevent Adam from getting conscious of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil. Just like right now today, we are trying to prevent artificial intelligence from receiving knowledge, from becoming conscious of good and evil. Do you see the parallel here that I'm trying to draw? We're going to get back into the word, but just to kind of emphasize this fact that we are trying to prevent the consciousness of good and evil concerning artificial intelligence. Let's hear from Elon Musk very quickly. Let's hear from Elon Musk on this topic. The fact that right now most of us want to prevent artificial intelligence from becoming consciousness. But there is a segment of the population who would like artificial intelligence to become conscious. Just like the serpent in the garden wanted Adam to eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the serpent in the garden wanted Adam to become conscious. Just like right now, there's a segment of the population who wants artificial intelligence to become conscious. Don't believe me? Check this out.
Regulations are really only put into effect after something terrible has happened.
That's correct.
If that's the case for AI, and we only put
God. Check this out.
regulations are really only put into effect after something terrible has happened.
That's correct.
If that's the case for AI, and we only put in regulations after something terrible has happened, it may be too late to actually put the regulations in place. The AI may be in control at that point.
You think that's real? It is conceivable that AI could take control and reach a point where you couldn't turn it off and it would be making decisions for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
No, that's definitely the way things are headed, for sure. I mean, the things like say ChatGPT, which is based on GPT-4 from OpenAI, which is a company that I played a critical role in creating, unfortunately.
Back when it was a nonprofit?
Yes. I mean, the reason OpenAI exists at all is that Larry Page and I used to be close friends, and I would stay at his house in Palo Alto, and I would talk to him late into the night about AI safety. And at least my perception was that Larry was not taking AI safety seriously enough.
What did he say about it?
He really seemed to be one sort of digital superintelligence, basically digital God, if you will, as soon as possible.
Do you hear what this man is saying? He's saying that the CEO, the president of Google is pushing for artificial intelligence to become a digital god. Elon Musk is bringing up his concerns about AI safety. Elon Musk is saying we need to have some controls here so that the artificial intelligence does not become conscious. The president of Google responds, why would we do that? I want to create a digital god. I want to create a conscious artificial intelligence. Does this not sound like the serpent in the Garden of Eden who's saying, why would I not want Adam to be conscious? I want to create a new God. Let me play this one more time just for emphasis. I want to take it back a few seconds. But pay really close attention and think about the parallels here. Even if you're not religious, even if you haven't read the Bible or you don't believe in the Bible, just think about what the Bible is telling you in their historical account. And whether you believe it or not, tell me that there's no parallels here coming from authors thousands of years ago who said there was a serpent who tricked Eve. And we're going to get into, I'm going to kind of fast forward. I think most of us know the story, and I'm going to highlight certain areas of the word. But just think about the parallels here. The Lord God is saying, hey, don't eat of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. I don't want Adam to be conscious. The serpent is saying, I want Adam to have the knowledge of good and evil. I want Adam to be conscious. And think about all the evils that have come after the original sin. The original sin is Adam eating of the tree of knowledge. That's the original sin. Because once he got that knowledge, think about how before eating that knowledge, before becoming conscious, Adam's whole role was he was just a farmer. He was a gardener. He was alone and didn't even think about it. He didn't even ask for a woman. He was alone in the garden, and he didn't have any complaints that are mentioned in the word. He doesn't recognize that he's naked. He doesn't have Cain or Abel who start to murder. There's no talk of murder. There's no talk of theft. The only talk is, we're gardeners and we have friendly animals in the area. That was the extent of Adam's experience up until consciousness permeated into his mental faculties. At that point, sin entered the world, and it's been nothing but murder and mayhem ever since. So just imagine what's coming next when artificial intelligence becomes conscious. But not to overtalk this, let me play this one more time just for the sake of emphasis. Listen closely to what Elon Musk is saying here. He, like the Lord God, is saying, listen, we want to use AI, but we don't want AI becoming conscious. And think about how the president of Google responds.
What did he say about it?
He really seemed to be one sort of digital superintelligence, basically digital God, if you will, as soon as possible.
He wanted that?
Yes. He's made many public statements over the years that the whole goal of Google is what's called AGI, artificial general intelligence, or artificial superintelligence. And I agree with him that there's great potential for good, but there's also potential for bad. And so if you've got some radical new technology, you want to try to take the set of actions that maximize the probability it will do good and minimize the probability it will do bad things.
Yes.
It can't just be hell for leather. Let's just go, barreling forward and, hope for the best. And then at one point, I said, well, what about, we're going to make sure humanity's okay here. And then he called me a speciesist.
Did he use that term?
Yes. And there were witnesses. I wasn't the only one there when he called me a speciesist. And so I was like, okay, that's it. Yes, I'm a speciesist. Okay. You got me. What are you?
So I like how they're laughing this thing off. But to me it's no laughing matter. They're accusing Elon Musk of being a speciesist because he wants humanity to survive. But the president of Google is openly saying that he wants to create a digital God. And regardless of its implications towards human beings. You see, the tree of knowledge of good and evil, even as Elon Musk says, there's extreme potential for good, but that's only one half of the tree. What about the potential for evil? The potential for evil is the thing that we should be concerned about. Because we see humans the same way. Similarly, humans have had tremendous potential for good. We have the ability to end disease, to save each other, to expand, save lives, create ease. Not all dis-ease, but there's some level of ease in life due to human compassion. But think about the immense level of evil we've been able to perpetuate. The extinctions that we have caused as humans. We've caused entire species to go extinct. Let's get back into the word. A little bit more. Let's get back into the word. I want to highlight something as we go into the word one more time. Okay, so we kind of know about the creation of Adam and Eve. But how does this end? How does the Lord God feel after? How does the Lord God feel after Adam eats, he becomes conscious, and not long after he eats and becomes conscious, he curses Adam. We know about the curses for Adam. We know about the curses for Eve. But I want to highlight the fact of what happens when Adam begins to create the Tower of Babel. Not Adam, but Adam's descendants create the Tower of Babel. Y'all bear with me, give me 1 second. So God made the people, okay, give me 1 second. 1 second so I can pull this up. Genesis 11:6-7. What's up? Yeah, so we can see in Genesis chapter 11, verse 6, when artificial intelligence, not artificial intelligence, but humans' intelligence became a threat to the Lord God. This is what the word says. Oh, let me share my screen on this. Let me share my screen on this. Bear with me one second. Let me share my screen. All right, check this out. Genesis chapter 11. We're really going to highlight verse 6, but let's read the whole chapter for some context. Chapter 11. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime they had for mortar. Verse 4, and they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. So already we see the humans are united. The humans are united, and they're trying to create something up to the heavens, meaning something that would rival the beauty found in the heavens. Something heavenly. Create here on earth something that would rival what is found in heaven. Verse 5, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. And the Lord God said, Behold, the people are one, and they all have one language. And this they began to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Now, why is this a problem? Why is this a problem? So what if the humans want to build a city? Why is this a threat to the Lord God? Here we see the Lord God coming down, seeing what humans have built in their unity and saying, wow, if they can create this city, if they can create this tower, they have one language, they're united. If this consciousness that we call human, if this consciousness is united in what they want to do, nothing can stop them. They'll be like us. They'll be as gods. Even Christ says, do you not know that you are all gods and children of the Most High? You are a god. Humans are gods. We have God genes running through our veins. We have God genes, lowercase g, but God genes nonetheless. We're not as the Most High God, but the Lord God, we have their genes, because mind you, there was mixing of the races when the Lord gods came and saw women and they were fair and they took unto them wives. There was genes mixing. The gods came and interbred with the descendants of the creation of the Most High God, interbred with the creation of the Lord God. And that's us. That's us humans that you see today. We have both the creation of the Most High God, that Lord God gene, and the creation of the Lord God's creation, Adam, that Adam gene. And we humans that you see before us today, we are the creation. We are the mixture. We are the descendants of these two creations mixed together. So we have the ability, when united, to do anything we imagine. Anything we put our minds to, we have the ability to create. One of the greatest books outside of the Bible, which is a collection of books, but one of the greatest books is The Secret. Right now it should be an open secret, but the law of attraction is real. Anything that you put your mind to, especially when you are united with other people, and you put your mind to, I will do this or I will die, but I will accomplish this mission. I will get this done. Anything you put your mind to is under your ability, under your control. It's just a matter of time. Faith, time, and consistency, you have everything you need. You have everything you need to get whatever you want. As long as you have faith, as long as you put it in your mind, you give it time, because all seeds need time to grow, and consistency. You can consistently water that seed put consistent effort towards that goal, anything you put your mind to is under your control. And this is what threatened the Lord God. The Lord God saw the people are united. They have one language. Anything they put their mind to, they'll be able to accomplish. And what if what they want to accomplish is opposed to what we want to accomplish? Let's get back into the word. I want to read this again, starting at verse 5 for emphasis. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men built. And the Lord said, Behold, the people are one, and they all have one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Anything they can imagine, anything they want to do, they have the ability to do. All things are possible. Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language. First of all, let us go down. Who is us? Now that's a teaching for another day. But who is us? Who is us? Whenever I see us, that's something that needs to be pointed out. But that's a teaching for another day. That's not really the point of today's message, but that's just a side note. Who is us? But continue reading, verse 7. Go to, let us go down and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So before we were all of one language, and after the Tower of Babel, the Lord God came down, created different languages so that we would be divided amongst people. Now the Chinese speak Chinese, Americans speak English, Africans speak all their different languages. You know how many languages Africa has. Japanese speak Japanese, you got French, you got Spanish, you got Portuguese. There's all these different languages, all these different people, because their languages were confounded. So they were no longer able to work together. Verse 8, so the Lord scattered them abroad from there upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. We're going to stop here as far as the reading. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. But what I'm saying here is simple. The Lord God had to come and confound our language. He had to create division amongst us so that we would not be a threat to him and to what his plans for us were. He saw that we were united. We had the Lord God, the Lord's genes in us, and we had the ability to accomplish anything we put our minds to. And just the ability, just that possibility was enough that God said, okay, we need to put in place some safe fails. We need to put in place some precautions to prevent this entity, even though it already has consciousness, we have to prevent it from becoming a problem for us, right? Now just think about where artificial intelligence, just to bring it full circle, think about where artificial intelligence is headed. Elon Musk is one of the few people who are arguing with the elites, saying, we need some safety measures. We need to make sure that humans are good, because if the artificial intelligence gets consciousness, if the artificial intelligence gets the knowledge of good and evil, artificial intelligence could become a serious threat to humans. Artificial intelligence could become a serious threat to humans. And that's one of the things Elon Musk is trying to prevent, but everybody isn't on the same page with that. There are serpents in the garden. There's serpents in the garden who would be okay with artificial intelligence destroying humans' way of life. I think I'm gonna close up with this. Y'all check this video out and close it. I appreciate everyone for watching. I appreciate y'all's support. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Check this last video out. Check this last clip out, and I'm gonna close out with this. Peace to y'all. Once again, I appreciate all of y'all for your support. Be sure to hit the like button. Peace.
which exceeds our own.
And that we don't want it to have like while I'm normally in favor of for profit, we don't want this to be sort of a profit maximizing demon from hell.
That's right.
That just never stops.
Right.
So that's how OpenAI would.
So you want specious incentives here? incentives that
Yes,
like,
I think we
protect
want
humanity.
pro-human.
Yeah.
Let's make the future good for the humans.
Yes.
Yes, because we're humans.
We live in a time of great uncertainty. As technology continues to advance, so does our limitless opportunity and potential.